I think it's fabulous, and it is an idea that is way, way overdue. This is just wonderful. I like working with and seeing the upcoming authors, the illustrators. I just went to Vasco Pierce, who's one of my school buddies from Mass College of Art. He now is publishing 2 books, and so it's just wonderful to see what people are doing.
This means a lot to all of us in the community because we need to get our children away from the television and reading more books.
We have an abundance of gifts and talents within our community.
Sonia, why self-publishing?
My words, my way.
Oh, okay. My words, my way. Okay.
This is an awesome, awesome day.
I could see it, yes, Lord, that I can do it. There's nothing to it. Hallelujah. There's nothing to it. I believe that I can fly. Yes,
what is everybody talking about?
Touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and I fly away. I believe.
First annual Harlem Book Fair, Roxbury. On a hot early summer day, Saturday, June 25th, 2005, this spectacular event made Boston history at Roxbury Community College.
I prefer first-time authors. That is our preference. That is the majority of our authors. Actually, the majority of our authors probably have only 1 book in them. That's the book they've written on their specialty.
What I do as an editor for a major house, my job starts with the acquisition. That's getting manuscripts in, reading them. The whole acquisition process is very involved. A manuscript comes in, I read it, and if I feel that there's an audience for it, I bring it to our larger editorial team, and I make a case for why we should publish this book.
Be part of the greatest happening in Boston.
Now follow me. A brother can die easily for greed.
I'm Sarah Ann Shaw. I live in Roxbury. I'm a retired television news reporter, and I'm so happy to see the Harlem Book Fair come to Roxbury.
What I'm hoping is going to do, help literacy, but also help spur local black writers.
Volunteer and be a part of the Harlem Book Fair, Roxbury 2006.
When you write, just write. Think about grammar later. Think about all that later. Learning to listen and to think about all the little details of something that happens that makes your story unique. And what we're going to do right now is think about the communities we live in. We all live in different kind of communities. When we finish, those who want to can read, and then I'll talk about the kind of comments we need to give to each other. So, start writing. When you write, the way to do it is to write. Okay, you can try to finish up what you're writing, except for the last person who came in. We'll give her a little bit more time. So, who would like to read first? Okay, let's say don't all raise your hand once.
Oh, the children. It doesn't stop. The pain, disappointment, and sorrow when our grown children suffer illness, lousy relationships, sick children. Wasn't it supposed to stop when they left home, when they reached 18, 20, 30?
Become a sponsor for the Harlem Book Fair, Roxbury 2006, where local and national authors are spotlighted. Underwriter Pavilion on health, literacy, authors, and performing arts.
Who cares? I care. The pain I bear.
We're talking about literacy. We're talking about a problem with our children who are not up to par in terms of their literacy competence. So just as an opportunity to make them aware that there are other people who look like them who are obviously doing the kind of thing that they might want to do in the future. But more importantly, reading is okay.
Self-published authors, we have to do everything for ourselves. And my question, let me start with Haywood, is why self-publish? Why have you chosen to self-publish rather than waiting for someone to discover you?
Well, that's the first thing. You just answered it. I didn't want to wait for somebody. I thought that the message that's involved in this book needed to be out there now. And I realized that there were a lot of restrictions and discouragements as opposed to encouragements when dealing with white media.
Okay.
You know, so I decided, with the support of some other people, financial and spiritual, to go ahead and write my own book.
It was important to get the book out now.
Why self-publishing? Oscar, why?
Well,
it's not easy, I know that.
Primarily because of the control.
Timing was everything. Timing was pivotal. I was passionate about the story when I wrote it.
You are the Harlem Book Fair. You are the community within that Tony spoke of. And this community exists here in Roxbury. This is your celebration of community, and I want to personally thank you for taking it on.
Plan on being a part of the Harlem Book Fair, Roxbury 2006. Remember, we need you to make it a success.